the channel for westerns and more. What do westerns have to do with video games? In the Wild West of the American frontier, the western genre was born, an archetype of rugged individualism, frontier justice, and untamed mountains and plains. But today, far beyond the saloons and horseback chases, the western has found a new frontier inside the virtual worlds of video games. As the digital age surges forward, we rarely think about how the lone cowboy, the gunslinger, or the vast frontier once shaped our imaginations. But now, they are quietly redefining modern gaming. We often think of westerns as a golden age cinema genre. John Ford,
I like a man who watches things go on around.
Sergio Leone, and the classic Hollywood hero. But in recent decades, something interesting has happened. The spirit of the western, the lone figure on a horse, the vast, empty horizon, has seeped into digital storytelling. One of the most striking examples is Red Dead Redemption. This game isn't just a tribute to the western, it's a vast, living map where the ethos of the frontier collides with our digital dreams. In Red Dead, every sunset over the plains, every standoff, recalls the same tension between freedom and fate that once defined the western genre. But it goes deeper. When we look at how the western archetype appears in sci-fi or fantasy games, think,
you are the bounty hunter, huh? Your country. You always did have a high opinion of yourself, John.
Is America? We're a lying cheat.
What will you do now, Mr. Marston?
Now I'm gonna take my time.
I was right all along. Your savage heart cannot be conventionally civilized. Maybe you...
I'm gonna cut you up. Peace.
Civilization is a truly beautiful thing, Mr. Marston.
Mass Effect. Or Horizon Zero Dawn.
Untamed, majestic, but lethal. These wilds, no matter how skilled you are, no matter how clever, you so much more to discover.
We see how the lone cowboy became the solitary explorer. The frontier no longer has to be a desert or a mountain pass. It's a star system, a digital wasteland, a frontier of code and imagination. In these games, the player steps into the boots of a pioneer once more, not just discovering new worlds, but rewriting their rules. The western isn't just nostalgia, it's a template. It's a story about solitude and survival, about carving out an identity in a vast unknown. And in the era of open worlds and virtual frontiers, the western still rides tall in the saddle. So, next time you roam a digital prairie, remember, you're not just chasing pixels, you're riding a legacy, one that started and the vast frontier has quietly shaped our digital imaginations.
Preacher! We all love you, Preacher!
Red Dead Redemption,
Hello,
for
old
instance,
friend. It's been a
isn't
long time.
just a game. It's a reimagining of the Western spirit in an open world. Every ride across the plains, every duel at high noon, echoes that same tension between freedom and fate that defined the classic Western.
I'm a fighter, sir.
Gonna be a bloody job.
I don't think I know any other kind.
For an illiterate gunslinger, you sure know how to make a girl blush.
It's a beautiful struggle!
But this isn't just a nostalgia trip. This is a template for modern storytelling. As the digital age surged forward, the lone figure of the cowboy began to appear in unexpected places, on alien worlds, in post-apocalyptic landscapes, and even inside fantasy realms. Games like Mass Effect borrow the lone explorer archetype from the Western, transplanting it from the prairie to the stars.
Geth fleet reporting.
Fire!
Roger that. All fighters on me.
Commander. Be careful down there.
Horizon Zero Dawn 2 frames its protagonist, Aloy, like a lone gunslinger navigating a wild frontier. But instead of horses, she rides robotic beasts.
How did you do that?
I saw, but I did not.
Keep running for Mother's Crown, it's not far.
Come with me, or the demon will kill you.
I don't believe in demons, and I don't run when lives are at stake. Get out of here.
These worlds aren't just settings, they're a reimagining of the frontier, a vast unknown waiting for pioneers. But it's not just about setting. The themes of the Western, isolation, self-reliance, the tension between civilization and wilderness, have steeped into the moral fabric of modern games.
I guess I spook kind of easy these days. Hello, Joe.
In Red Dead Redemption, every choice is a moral frontier. Players don't just ride into the sunset, they confront the ghosts of the past, just like a classic Western hero. And as you guide them through every dusty trail, you realize that the Western's frontier is no longer just a physical space. It's a moral one, a digital one, and a frontier of possibility. Even beyond the big budget blockbusters, indie games have embraced this spirit. Titles like West of Loathing, or Sunless Skies borrow from the absurdity of frontier life, mixing Western archetypes with fantasy, humour, and even existential dread. In doing so, they remind us that the Western isn't just a genre, it's a lens, a way of seeing the unknown, whether that's a canyon or a virtual frontier. So next time you sit down to explore a vast digital landscape, whether it's a prairie, a planet, or a pixelated world, remember that you're not just a player, you're a pioneer, riding the same archetypal trail that once made the Western a symbol of possibility. In this way, the cowboy never really fades, he just rides into a digital dawn, a frontier forever waiting to be crossed.
Broke legs do hereby leaveth my bar rifle to
the channel for Westerns and more. If you enjoyed this video, hit notification to get my new videos. Check out my channel and Facebook page. The links are in the description below. Please comment, like, share and subscribe. I appreciate it. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon.